Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Art Gallery of New South Wales. I'm Michael Brand, Director of this Fine Art Museum here in Sydney. Thank you for joining us virtually this year as we announce the winners of the 2020 Archibald, Wynne and Sulman Prizes, which feature in the exhibition which opens to the public here tomorrow and then runs through the 10th of January. I'd like to start, as usual, by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land from which I'm speaking to you this afternoon, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. The Art Gallery of New South Wales actively encourages all artists to enter the Archibald, Wynne and Sulman Prizes, which they did so in record numbers this year, despite these challenging times. Across all three prizes, the judges selected 107 works as finalists. Of these, many are first-timers, so I warmly welcome all these artists to our large community of Archibald, Wynne and Sulman finalists. As an art museum that is working hard to ensure Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspectives and ways of thinking gain real currency within this gallery and around the country, I'm delighted to see a record number of works by Aboriginal artists in the exhibition. This includes a record number of portraits of Aboriginal sitters in the Archibald Prize. Led by our President David Gonski, the winners of the Archibald Prize and the Wynne Prize have been selected by our Board of Trustees. The 2020 Sulman Prize has been judged by guest artist Khadim Ali. The Young Archie's guest judge this year is the artist Marikit Santiago, and Marikit was also selected as a finalist in the Sulman Prize. The Young Archies this year attracted over 1,800 entries, and the winners will be announced in October. There's a lot to see this year, great works of art from a year when artists, like so many others, have been doing it really tough. Now, even more than ever, this exhibition provides an essential platform for so many Australian voices. Please do come and see it in person in the beautiful spaces of the Art Gallery of New South Wales. Time tickets are available through the 10th of January. For over a decade, ANZ has been our presenting partner for the Archibald Prize. And I'd like to thank ANZ for its continued commitment to this celebrated event, to the Art Gallery of New South Wales, and to the visual arts across Australia. Our partnership with ANZ ensures the enjoyment of this exhibition by tens of thousands of visitors. From ANZ, now please make welcome Christina Tonkin, Managing Director, Corporate Finance. Welcome, Christina.
Thank you, Michael, and good afternoon. I would also like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and I honour their leaders, past, present and future. ANZ has been a very proud sponsor of the Archibald, Wynne and Sulman Prizes for the past 11 years. During this time, we've been very proud to continue to support one of the nation's most progressive, distinctive and popular art awards. But we are only a very small part of the story, especially when you consider that the Archibald has been running for 99 years. The celebration next year in 2021 will be most impressive and very special. We're also pleased this year to be supporting the gallery's efforts to broaden the reach of the Archibald through its annual tour of New South Wales and this year to Queensland. You will all have a personal favourite this year for the Archibald. My tastes definitely do align with the packing room staff. I do love Maine Wyatt's portrait, extraordinary self-portrait. I'm also a particular fan of Edward Humphrey's portrait of Stan Walker. Our thanks go to Michael Brand and the Board of Trustees of the Art Gallery of New South Wales for the work you do to promote art in Australia and for bringing together such a distinctive and impressive exhibition in 2020, which is indeed challenging and unprecedented times for the community across Australia and also across the globe. My congratulations to all the entrants and finalists, including the 1,800 entries this year for the Young Archies. And like everybody here today, I can't wait to hear who the winners are. So I'll pass back to Michael. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christina. Again, thank you to ANZ. And I'd also like to say thank you to all my colleagues here at the Art Gallery of New South Wales. Our team here has worked with huge dedication and commitment to make sure that the works by these artists can be put before the public. It's been complicated. Doing it virtually is even more complicated, but everyone feels very satisfied we've got this point now where we can announce the winners and for tomorrow open the exhibition. It's now my great pleasure to introduce the President of our Board of Trustees, David Gonski, who leads a board of 11 members, including 2 artist trustees, and he will now make some very exciting announcements. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Michael, and I join with Michael in welcoming all those who are both here and those who are virtually here. It's a great pleasure to be allowed to make these announcements. Can I also say I've been given this pleasure many times announcing the Archibald, Wynne and Sulman Prizes. This is the first time I've done it virtually, and I thought I should assure all of you, those who are here, those who are watching, that the buzz in the gallery is nevertheless undaunted and is here, and as Michael says, well worth a visit. I also would like to confirm that although we are living through COVID, creativity and innovation abound, as you will see from the number of entries we've received, and indeed from the quality that sit now or in fact are hung on our walls. But you didn't come to hear me talk of that, you came to hear who won. So let's start with the Sulman Prize. For those of you who don't know what the Sulman Prize is for, it's for the best subject, genre painting or mural. This year, the Sulman, as Michael said earlier, was judged by artist Kadim Ali, and basically we had a record number of entries, 715, and 18 finalists were chosen by Kadim. The winner for this year of the Sulman Prize, which is of $40,000, is Marikit Santiago for The Divine. And I believe she's here, and I welcome her.
It is an absolute honour to win the Sulman Prize, especially since I wouldn't have made the original pre-COVID submission date. And it's my birthday on Sunday, so you can imagine what a thrill this is. I'm honoured to have been awarded the prize by an artist whose work I greatly admire. Thank you, Kadim Ali. And thank you to the Art Gallery of New South Wales, who has always been supportive of the development of my career. I hope that the communities from which I belong feel represented when they see my work. I hope it speaks to the Filipino community, the biracial kids growing up with multiple cultural identities, the young artists in Western Sydney, and artists who are mothers. I hope they feel supported and accepted when they see work by someone like me hung on the walls of the Art Gallery of New South Wales. This painting considers what is inherited by our children, and I'm grateful for what I've inherited from my parents, Noy and Myrna, and for theirs and my siblings, Jay and Lachlan's support. But more than what my children have inherited from me, in this moment, my thoughts are on what they've brought to me, my art practice, and indeed my life. Rigour, excitement, luck. So Maella, Santi, Sari, and Sean, I share this win with you and because of you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Marikit. Happy birthday for Sunday. And can you imagine being a little one standing at the Art Gallery of New South Wales when your mum won the Sulman Prize? Never happened to me. Aren't you lucky? Ladies and gentlemen, we move then to the announcement of the next prize, the Wynne Prize. This was first awarded in 1897, and it was in honour of the official opening of the Art Gallery of New South Wales at its present site, where we are today. It's a prize for the best landscape painting of Australian scenery in oils or watercolours, or for the best example of figure sculpture by Australian artists. This year, a total of 782 entries were submitted, and from that, the trustees of this gallery whittled it down to 34 finalists, which are hung or standing in our exhibition space. Entries in the Wynne Prize are also eligible for some other prizes. The first is the Trustees Watercolor Prize, and the second, the Roberts Family Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Prize, which may be awarded to an Aboriginal and/or Torres Strait Islander artist. The winner this year of the 2020 Roberts Family Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Prize, which is in an amount of $10,000, is Nomity Burton for her work Seven Sisters. And if that's not enough, if I can just jump to that, Nomity is also highly commended in the Wynne by the trustees of this gallery this year. 2 awards. The second announcement I make in relation to the Wynne is in relation to the Watercolor Prize, which is of $5,000. And we're pleased to announce that Julianne Ross Alcorn, for her work Mollitium 2, takes that prize. But ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you to the Wynne Prize. And the Wynne Prize this year, which is in an amount of $50,000, was won by Hubert Parulcha for his painting Torchita, which is Western Macdonald Ranges, which is just over there. And I believe through the wonders of virtual whatever, we were able to hear from Hubert, and we congratulate them totally. I don't know how this happens, but it will. Oh, there it is.
Hello, I just wanted to tell you something about this morning. While I was driving this morning in town, in Alice Springs, and I saw someone calling my name on the Art Center bus. She said, "Come to the Art Center and I'll show you something." I followed the bus to the Art Center, and when I got in, Eris asked me, and she told me that I won the first prize. I really had a big shock. I didn't know what to say. I was so happy, and I am proud that my work is appreciated and seen by so many people themselves. I am really happy about this wedding. Important for me because it's my country that my father showed me when I first learned to paint, and I just keep on going and doing it, and I like it. The winning work is of the Western Macdonald Ranges, the country that I protect and am traditional owner of. I put a lot of details in the work. This is why I like it. I would like to see more Aboriginal people doing the same work that I am doing, and hope that government can support this. I would like to thank my family and wife, Ken McGregor, and Iltijara Art Center for supporting my work as an artist. Thank you.
Great congratulations to Hubert, and it's amazing that we can correspond with him in these rather difficult times and so directly. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us now to the announcement of the 2020 Archibald Prize. To remind you, the Archibald Prize is a prize for the best portrait. It's judged by the trustees of the Art Gallery of New South Wales. There are 11 of us, and 2 of them are artists. This year, we had a record number of entries, 1,068, And we as trustees and as judges brought that down to the 55 finalists, which you will see on the walls if you come and visit us. The trustees this year, because it was a really, really good competition this year, we decided to award a highly commended in the Archibald Prize. And that highly commended goes to Sering Hannaford for her work Allegory of Painting, which is right behind the cameras over there. But ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, we send our absolute congratulations to her for a great achievement. But there can be only one winner, we decided, in the Archibald. And it is with great pleasure that on behalf of the Art Gallery of New South Wales Board of Trustees, we announce the 2020 Archibald Prize of $100,000, which went this year to Vincent Namajira for his painting Stand Strong for Who You Are. Now, I believe that Vincent is going to speak to us virtually as well, so I hope that the technology works. There he is, the winner.
Hello, thank you. I'm really happy to be here talking to you. This is a really special moment for me, and I am feeling a bit nervous and excited. So I might need to read from something I prepared. First, I want to acknowledge the traditional owners, past and present, for the area in Sydney where the art gallery is the Gario mob. And the traditional owners here, where I am talking to you from in Dokana community in the APY lands in South Australia. What an honor it is to be the first Indigenous winner of the Archibald Prize. It only took 99 years. It only took 99 years. I'm so proud to be the first, but I'm also to acknowledge all the Indigenous finalists and Indigenous sitters for the Archibald this year and in the past years. Thank you.
We heartily congratulate Vincent, and I've just been handed a note from Adam Goods, who, as I said earlier, is the subject of this painting. He says, "I am thrilled that an Indigenous artist, Vincent Namajira, has won the Archibald Prize for the first time. And I'm so pleased that it shines a light on all Indigenous art. We have a 60,000-year history of art and culture in our people, and we share this knowledge and gift of culture with all Australia. Vincent and I are also countrymen. I'm so proud of Vincent and his family. Their journey has been shared through art of generations." Thank you very much, Adam, for those wonderful words. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now done our bit as trustees. We've judged it the way we see it. We're really proud, and we absolutely congratulate each and every one of the prize winners today, and particularly Vincent Namajira. But it's now over to you, and we invite all of you to come to the gallery, make your own judgments. Don't worry if you agree with us, and absolutely be happy if you do. But if you don't agree with us, that's also fine. Enjoy the creativity, the innovation which abounds, and as Michael says, tickets will be available for time entry, and the whole gallery is open tomorrow for this, and we'd love to see you. Thank you for attending, and another Archibald, the 99th year, has now been closed.